Greetings, everyone. This is Mike Gingrich, a co-founder of TabSite. Thanks for joining me today for this 1-hour webinar on capturing leads and growing sales with Facebook. It's going to focus on Facebook marketing and some advanced marketing strategies, and as well we're going to dive into a little bit of what TabSite has to offer. Want you to know that this webinar is being recorded, and there will be a video replay link and slides that will be emailed to everyone who has registered afterwards. So don't worry about that. If you do have to jet out at some point in time, this is being recorded, and everyone registered is going to get access to that afterwards. All right, just as we get started here, I want to dive in a little bit, and just for those who don't know me yet, I just want to give you a little background. Been doing this thing on the internet for a little over 10 years now, and I was co-founder of TabSite, which we launched in 2010, and that was just after Facebook released fan pages for the first time in 2009. They did that in the mid-year, later year, and we were able to dig in and create TabSite, which has taken off well. I am a regular contributor to Social Media Examiner blog, and that's just a great resource of information and privilege to contribute with a lot of other professionals there. You can reach me at the links listed there, MikeEnglish.com, and on Facebook at facebook.com/MikeGDigital, and you can also catch my podcast at halftimemike.com. I am going to be taking questions today at the end, so if you do have questions, I'd be glad to go through those and watch those and make sure we get back to those at the end of this presentation. Now, just again, a little bit about TabSite for those of you who are new to TabSite. We have about 80,000 users worldwide in over 160 countries, so you name it. I mean, there are a few out there that we don't, but it's all over the place. And what we enable you to do is easily run contests and offer deals, coupons, and more, and capture your email list. We basically help pages grow their fans, capture leads, expand upon the Facebook page that Facebook gives you, and gives you more capabilities for your marketing. You can visit us at facebook.com/TabSite and at tabsite.com on the web. Very excited today to be presenting for the first time some information I've created, which I call creating a Facebook sales funnel. Creating a Facebook sales funnel. So we're going to dive into this. I'm going to break down the three main areas of the funnel that I see, and we're going to dive into those along with some very practical ways that you'll be able to capture leads via tabs on your Facebook page. So very excited to present this for the first time. If we go into a little bit more detail in my agenda, I am going to talk about some of the opportunities and challenges that you have with Facebook marketing. Particularly, we're going to demonstrate a lead capture tab and show you how to set that up. I'm also going to talk about contests as a way to grow fans, capture leads as well, and show you the back end of a contest setup as well as the public contest. And we're going to talk a little bit more about success tips for posting. Going to have a question answer. We're also going to announce a winner of a free platinum plan at the end of the time today, as well as give a special offer for everyone who sticks with us through this hour. So looking forward to being with you and keeping it moving. This past summer here in the U.S., I was with my family, and I took them to Chicago. And one of the things that younger kids like to do is go to the zoo. We went to Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago, Illinois, and they have a seal exhibit there, and you can see them up above, and you can also go beneath, and as this picture shows, and you can see them going by. And one of the things that stood out to me as I've been reflecting upon this, and I'm going to tell you about two places I went. So this was Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago, Illinois, and it was an example of what I call old marketing. You're close to but you are definitely not with the animals. All right, so that's a key in old marketing, that you are close to but not with. So if you think about television, somebody puts out a television commercial, it's one way. It pushes out to the people to see. Similar to this picture, you can see what the seals are doing. You can't touch them. You can't interact with them. You are close to them, but you're not there. Old marketing was like that. Television, newspapers, magazines, flyers, brochures, billboards, all are one way. They're push mechanisms. They get information out about your marketing. All right? Now, trip 2 that I took, this was not this past summer, but a year ago. I was able to go with my wife to Cozumel, Mexico. And when we were in Mexico, one of the things that we had the opportunity to do was to go snorkeling. Loved it. Getting underneath the water, getting close with the fish, the coral, just everything going on beneath the sea. And my parallel here is that this is what Facebook is much more like. As compared to a zoo where you're stepping, you're always away from. You can get close to, but you're generally always away from the animals. But when you go snorkeling, like Facebook, you are swimming with the users. You're intersecting with them. It's two-way. They're able to communicate with you. You're able to communicate with them, and it's interactive. It's social, and that's one of the big opportunities and changes that marketing and social media and Facebook offers. Now, just a couple things to set the background for where I'm going to go today. Facebook users are spending currently over 7 hours per month on the platform, and that's significant because it's a lot, and it's 2 times its nearest rival, which is all the Google properties. So if you are on YouTube and Google searches and anything that Google owns, that's number 2, and it's at 3.5 hours per month maximum, all combined, where Facebook is 7. The other statistic that came out this summer by Facebook, 71% of all Facebook users are accessing it via a mobile device. So they're taking a look at it on the go. Smartphones are becoming more dominant, which is important that we're making sure we can connect with that mobile audience. Finally, for business, 77% of a B2C, business-to-consumer companies, say they've acquired a customer through Facebook, and this is a last year, 2012 statistic, as well as 41% of all B2Bs, business-to-business. And so what we're seeing there is continued growth. There is relevance in Facebook marketing, the Facebook opportunity, because people are spending time here. They're spending a lot of time here. Be aware that they're spending on a mobile device, but businesses, whether you're trying to reach consumers or even B2B, that is happening. Sales are occurring through some of the interactions that are occurring on Facebook. Now, as people are on Facebook, note that they're spending the majority of their time in the newsfeed, okay? And I've got a phone here, my iPhone, just because, again, that's what a lot of people are seeing. They're scrolling through the newsfeed, what's happening. And so as a fan page, one of the basics I'm going to talk about is that posting is vital. This is how you get seen, all right? Because if you can get people to become fans of your page and you're posting, then they have the potential to see your posts in their newsfeed, and they're spending the majority of their time in this newsfeed. So this is where you need to be starting to intersect with them and making that a priority. Okay, as we dig in, going back to my slide in Mexico, that we are swimming with them. To market on Facebook is swimming with the fish. They are there. It is a social network, and so as a brand, as a company, as a business, you need to interact with them in that way. And it means that as a business, you're going to have to become more human, more social, more interactive. And why is that? That's because this is what you're competing with. And this is what you're competing with. Competition to be seen on Facebook is fierce, because if these are all pictures from the news feed. Okay, so in the top right, we got this is a fresh one from last night. Rafael Nadal in the U.S. Open tennis finals. This is the ATP World Tour. So that was in my news feed. Okay, down below it was a quote from a business that I connect with, and it's a quote in a picture, okay? And on the left, down below, is a friend, and the caption that she posted there says, "Hey kids, Grandma's on top of the fridge again. I think she's lost her mind." She's painting, a high wall there. But these are the kind of things that you're competing with to capture attention on Facebook, because where they're going to see you is in the newsfeed, and you're swimming with people interacting socially on Facebook. And so you need to become a little bit more social and interact with them in that way, and we're going to touch base on this. As well, I should also mention that the average Facebook user has the potential to see about 1,500 posts per day in their newsfeed. Okay, so from 12:01 to 11:59 p.m. throughout that 24-hour time period, the average user is going to have about 1,500 newsfeed posts scroll through. And of course, people are not going to be on Facebook all the time. They're going to see an average of 15 to 20% of your posts. And so that's just something that we need to be aware of as marketers, that just because we post it does not mean that they necessarily see it. So we have to think about some things in terms of repetition. We have to think of things in terms of timing. And Facebook made a recent change called Story Bump, which may help as well, saying that if a user has interacted with us in the past, and that we and so there's affinity built. It's been understood that we like to see their content. Then we have the potential, even if we miss it when it goes through the first time in the newsfeed when they post it, that it may come back around, story bump, bumping it back to our newsfeed so that we could see it. Okay, so that's a benefit for us as Facebook page marketers trying to reach people, is this new story bump feature. But the bottom line is they're not going to see every post, and that's going to be important for us to take a look at. So I want to dive in now and start with the top of the funnel. Okay, what we're going to talk about, and I've got a little picture there on the right of the entire funnel, just to give you, we're going to go through three basic things: top of the funnel, mid funnel, and the bottom of the funnel. And that's what we're going to do today. So at the top of the funnel, we're talking about posting, okay, and information that is engaging and shareable. And we're going to dive into that a little bit more, because at the top of the funnel is you're trying to reach a wide range of people. You're trying to get that wide range of people to interact with your posts, and as they interact with them, then there's the potential for their friends and network to be able to see that as well, to extend the reach of that post. And so this is the top of mind, and I'm going to go through a number of pieces on that, but I want to start out by saying that in general, how you're going to swim with the fish, okay, carrying through my snorkeling imagery there, how you're going to swim with the fish is, remember those posts. We had Grandma on top of the refrigerator. We had a close-up of Rafael Nadal in victory, and so that was imagery. We have to capture attention. One of the ways you can do that is through imagery. Okay, one of the ways that we can capture attention is by being social. Okay, and so that's a change in the type of post that you make. It's not something that's going to be a push, a strictly marketing sales speak type, but you're on a social network, so you need to be social, even as a company, as a brand. So it's how can you find ways to be social. We're going to look at a couple examples. Got some from Starbucks I'm going to show you in a moment here. And one of the things that I always think you can do as a brand, as a company, is be helpful. And here I'm going to reference Jay Baer's new book, Utility. Highly recommend this to you. I'm not getting paid to talk about that at all whatsoever. Just that is good content, because and Jay talks about this. He says that if it's tough to be amazing 100% of the time, and so if you're always trying to be amazing to capture attention, that is a ton of work, and you're going to fail at that quite a bit, because it is awfully hard to be amazing 100% of the time. But you can be helpful 100% of the time. You can be helpful. That is offering resources, offering tools, offering information that that may not be specific to your company, to your product, but is helpful. I always talk about this in the sense of one example is a real estate agent and a realtor. People are not going to be buying homes every day, every week, every month, okay? But a real estate agent can do well on Facebook by becoming a resource. What does a real estate agent work within? They work within a region, a territory where they sell homes, okay? They need to know what's happening in that community. Is the school redistricting? Is a new shopping plaza going up in a certain area? Are there community events? Are there community resources? Those are the kind of things a real estate agent can be sharing on a regular basis on Facebook to keep people engaged with them. They're building a loyalty, a trust. They're being social. That real estate Facebook fan page, so that when the time comes for someone to be looking for a home, they're top of mind. They're going to come back and check out what this real estate office has to offer. So top of the funnel, again, this is where we're at. We're talking about swimming with the fish, capturing attention, being social, being helpful. Go into Starbucks examples here. On your left is a image of a young lady, cars moving, heads out the window. She says, "Not a care in the world, hashtag last day of summer." All right. Now, what's significant about this is that this is by Starbucks. There's not a coffee cup in the picture, and that on the image on the left that was shared. Not a coffee cup in there. The only thing that somebody would have seen in the newsfeed is the picture of this gal, that simple statement, "Not a care in the world, last day of summer" as the hashtag, and they would have seen the Starbucks profile logo. All right. Look down below, you see 870 shares. 55,000 people like this. This is a brand being social, not pushing anything at this point in time, but just interacting with their audience. What is their audience? In a certain segment of the world, in the U.S., it was the end of summer, back to school time. So that's what they're talking about. And that's a piece of what I'm talking about being social. All right, on the right then is another one, and I like this example because it's an example of that soft sell. This is not a pushy sell. This is not, "Hey, come into our store now. We've got this. It's $7.95." All right. What this is talking about is commence happy dance. Hashtag PSL is back. All right. And if you're a Starbucks aficionado, you would know what that is. Anybody know? Post it in the questions. Okay. Again, it's a soft sell, but she's talking about the pumpkin spice latte, and a number of you got that. You knew exactly what they were talking about. All right, but they're not pushing their message, but they're communicating their message to you in a socially shareable way. Oh, my word, we got someone saying, "I'm drinking one right now." Awesome. Winona, glad to hear it. So you're probably a fan of their Facebook page as well. All right, now look at that one, though. That one garnered 14,927 shares, 112,000 people liked it. But that's a perfect example of a soft social sell. Again, it's a image, not a lot happening in that image, not a lot of detail, very short sentence, but it communicated and it helped move an audience, inspire them to head to the nearest Starbucks. 80-20 is the principle I want to talk about with that. And what I mean by that, this 80-20 principle is that 80% of your content that you're going to share is going to be general on Facebook as a marketer. It's going to be social. It's going to be helpful. It's going to grab some attention. 20% is going to be more specifically a selly sell in nature, something that offers a product. Now, Facebook or Starbucks was actually blurring the lines a little bit in the pumpkin spice latte one on the right, I think, because it is a soft selly sell. All right, it's engaging you. It's talking about their product, but it's not a hard direct promotion. Hey, we got 30% off this today or something like that. So that's what I'm talking about with the 80-20 principle. Is top end of the funnel is your 80%. It's general content. It's socially relevant content. It's things that connect with your audience. Things that are happening on Facebook. I mean, Starbucks. They didn't talk about coffee. They didn't talk about iced tea, like anything like that. They talk about end of summer, something that a segment of their audience could identify with. And then 20% is narrowing it down further into a selly sell, a lead capture, a little bit of a gentle pitch that is going to help take them from a fan to a lead, to a potential customer. And that's what we're going to dive into next. Mid-funnel. So here in the mid-funnel, we're focused on moving from fan to lead. And this is in the middle section of my funnel. And rest assured, I am going to give you this infographic afterwards. Everybody that's registered, no problem, it's going to come. But what we're talking about now is this middle section. And this is where your posts can come into play, but this is also where tabs can come into play. Tabs can come into play as well at that top end of the funnel, general things. Hey, see a photo gallery of things, going on in using our product. There's different types. A Pinterest tab, a Instagram tab, those types of things can be top of mind. That general funnel. Hey, see what people are posting to our hashtag here, that type of thing. Now we moved into the middle, and what we're trying to do in the middle is narrow down our audience from general fans to those who may have some type of interest. And by offering them some things, such as an incentive, such as an ebook or a deal, or having a contest that is going to take some action. And so that contest may not have them say, hey, I'm ready to buy your product right now, but it was enough that they were interested in registering, in connecting with you, in getting signed up for your email list. So this is what we're referring to here: deals, contests, and ebooks, low threshold items, things that it's not too great of a barrier to enter. It's not sealing deals, it's not the sell at this point in time, but it's moving people closer to that, nurturing them down the funnel. The goal is to gain interest and convert them into a lead that can be nurtured. And by a lead, in many ways, I'm talking about capturing at least like a name and an email address, because email can help so much in this area for further nurtured lead nurturing afterwards. All right, now back to post, for example, in terms of lead capture. And just going to use my webinar here as an example. So this was a post that I put out. Hey, are you joining me? Sign up for my Facebook marketing webinar September 5. And I did an image post, as you can see. A little bit of detail in there, not a lot. And I had the link included in my description. So 3 components there: an image post, simple social text. Hey, are you joining me? I didn't go into big selly sell right there, anything like that. Just the opportunity, the possibility. And I included a smart URL, the mobile-friendly URL. And that's important, again, because people are using mobile devices. They're scrolling through their newsfeed. So I posted this to the newsfeed. I wanted anyone, whether they were on a desktop, tablet, or mobile device, if they saw this, to be able to click through. And so I was using the smart URL. But what I was looking to do was capture attention, trying to do it in a social way, and I'm trying to be helpful, offering a resource, a Facebook marketing webinar for those interested in that area that want to get some free consulting, knowledge, information about this topic from me. What I was driving them to, if you clicked on that link, was my tab on my Facebook page, which you can see here in this screenshot. I was driving them to the tab where there was a form sign up. This is the actual GoToWebinar sign up form, and I had used that, added that to my tab by using our website resizer app. Website resizer app from TabSite just quickly allows me to take any URL and resize it so it's going to fit within the 810 pixel width of a tab and publish it. So that's where my post, and this was so my arena that I was focusing on, that right there in the sales funnel, was the mid funnel. So TabSite has 68,000 fans on the Facebook page. My fan page has 1,400, something like that. So I put those posts out there, and I'm trying to target, those somewhere in the realm of, 69,000 people there, and see who is interested in signing up for a webinar to learn more. By doing so, there you had to enter a name, email address, give me a little bit of information. This was an example of just seeing who is interested. Now, I want to give you an example, and then I'm going to dive into TabSite here. Melanie Duncan of Entrepreneurs Academy has an excellent lead capture tab on her Facebook page. Okay, and the key points that I want to mention here as we look at hers are that she's offering something. It's an incentive for someone to give you their name and email address, because just in general, I see these tabs out there that says sign up for our email list, and that's it. That's boring. Okay, this is not something that is boring whatsoever, because she's going to give you a free report, how to gain Pinterest followers fast. So if you're interested in growing your Pinterest community following, this is something that you might want to opt into. She's outlining there, don't worry, we hate spam, your information will never be shared with a third party. You're opting into her email list, okay? But it's quick and easy. And what I like about her tab here that Melanie's doing is that it's very clean, okay? The quick start guide captures my attention. A person physically pointing at where my attention should go is driving me over there, and there's two fields: first name, email address, and then send me the report. That's it. That's what we're talking about. If by completing this, somebody is going from just a fan, just a general visitor, to now someone that she can email onward and nurture. So think about what you can offer in terms of an incentive. And this can be a coupon, it can be a ebook, it can be a sign up for a webinar, but keep the form simple. So let's dive into that a little bit more detail in this mid-funnel tactic. This is a lead capture tab that I have on my Facebook page. All right, and what I've tried to do is outline that by signing up, you can get this free ebook on running a successful Facebook sweepstakes. And I try to keep it simple: your name, your email address, click to access. So that's the example that I want to dive into a little bit more. And I'm going to switch to a browser now and dive over. All right, so this is the Facebook, our TabSite fan page. Let me get to my fan page. All right, so here we are on the form, and I'm going to go and break this down now by taking you to the manager area. But let me just fill it out just so you can see what I do. Let's say my name was Joe. Joey@joe.com is my email address. Okay. If I understand privacy terms outlined, which I could click on and read if I want, and yes, I want to receive the ebook and receive email updates. That's the opt-in form, and that's something I'm going to recommend to you. I'll show you how to do that within our app, and that it's becoming a little bit more of a necessity to have those toggles on there, and in some countries, I know in Germany, it's a must. German law is now saying that you have to have that type of checkbox there. So persons would click on this, click to access, and I had it directing to a page on our blog where they can download the ebook. It's not accessible but only through opting in through that landing page, and so that's how I did that. Let's switch back to the manager now. Okay, so we're in the tab site manager now, and we are looking at that tab that I created. So this one's already pre-built, and I'm using a drag and build tab, which basically means I have sections that I can drag around as I wish to build my tab, and I have a number of components. I can see all my components by looking at the layers. So in this one of my layers is the orange image. Another one is the mugshot of myself. I have the tab site logo. I'm using a sweepstakes widget. This one, that's what I use to create my form, and I'll explain why in a moment. And then in my content areas where I talk about the free guide and download your copy now. So that's all this is. And let's just start from scratch like we were going to build a new one. So the first step you're going to get when you click the add a new tab is what do you want to name your tab. So let's say we want to call it ebook download, and then you're going to proceed forward. The next thing it's going to ask you is what do you want the 111 by 74 tab image to be, and that's the one that appears below the cover image where your tabs access on your Facebook fan page. We give you a number of options that you can scroll through and choose from if those work for you, or you can select any of your own custom ones. It's going to tell you what on a new tab what the current logo image is, and if you click to browse, you can go into any images that you've uploaded already in the tab site manager, or you could upload a new one right now if you wanted to by clicking the upload button. But let's just say I'm going to use this sign up and get a free ebook that I've already created and used previously. So at this point in time, I'm creating the tab, and I'm just going to run you through the steps that I did in creating the one I showed you. So at this stage, I have two options. I can choose an engagement app, or I can select a drag and build tab. And engagement apps are all-in-one tabs that are quick and easy setup for contest promotions, deals. You can go to tabsite.com/engagement apps and learn all about those. How I describe those is basically in the manager area, it's just a number of fields to answer, and that you complete those, and that creates your tab. So we ask you a number of questions, you go through that, fill it out, and you're good to go. We're going to look at that with a contest, but the other type is drag and build, which gives you a little bit more design control for those who want to move things around and have different layers. Drag and build, can work for them. Designers love the drag and build style, and that's what I used in creating that landing page. So I'm going to go and show you that one. So with a drag and build one, I get a blank slate. Okay, I've created my tab, my name now, and now it's time to start building. So what I did was, to dig in to some of the pieces. All right, and go in. Say I wanted to add that image. I can go and look at the different images I've uploaded, or I can use the button on the right and drag images there, or click to upload. So basically I had this image at the top, and then what I did to create a large box was I brought the content widget down, which gives me what you see is what you get editor. But instead of adding text to that one, I just went to the back to the container properties, and I chose the color. All right, so let's say I wanted something in this realm. I've got a color wheel there. I can add in the numbers if I want specifically. It's going to populate that, and I was going to use that as my background. Okay, I can use this little drag pad, drag that a little lower to create more space on my page if I want. And okay, so now you see my blue is covering over my orange a little bit. I can easily go to layers, just change the order. I'm going to drag the orange up to the top. Boom, it's on top. All right, and what were the other pieces that I had? I had a picture of myself. Okay, you know, so I'm basically just populating that. But let's dig in to the actual form that I use for the lead capture, and I'm going to suggest that you use the sweepstakes app. Okay, so here I am at the sweepstakes widget. I'm sorry, I said app, but I mean sweepstakes widget. Widgets apply to drag and build tabs, and apps are part of the engagement app suite. So I'm going to drag the sweepstakes widget down, and that's going to open it up. All right, and then basically now I'm creating what my form is going to be in my sweepstakes. So I am naming it ebook 2 because I already know I have an ebook 1. That's not publicly anywhere. That's just for me to know and help me in the export manager where I can see all the records, email addresses, names, the data that's been submitted by others. And let's say I want it to start today. Okay. This is a pre-sweepstakes area, so if I wanted to start next week, I could populate this area by adding text and image, a countdown timer, so I could, you know, prompt people to say, hey, this is coming if I wanted to. All right, but I'm going to have it go live right away, so I don't need to populate anything in the pre-sweepstakes. So in the live sweepstakes, I can put instructions in here if I want. I can create my form. Okay, so with the gold plan, all your entries that are submitted are emailed to you, and with the platinum plan, you have the opportunity to have them emailed, but also to have them available as a CSV export. And gold users can always upgrade to platinum and access that. So I have a couple options. What do I want the button on the submit to say? And if you remember what Melanie Duncan, I mean, she had a nice little saying on hers, you know, we can change our button to say download now, because we're trying to get them to opt into our ebook. And I have the check boxes checked. Entrants must agree to the terms, and entrants must agree to sign up for the newsletter. I can change the text on those if I want to, and then I'm going to create my form. Now the first one is started for me there, but I want to call that one name, so I'm editing that. I want to add another field, and again, we recommend keeping these simple, so I'm going to go for 2 fields. Email, and I want that one to be required so that they have to submit an email. All right, so I've got that done. So, oops, I want to move on to the thank you. So, after I created the form and I'm at the thank you message, I have 2 options: to give them a response message right there, or to do a response URL. And I did a response URL because that's where I took them to my landing page that had the ebook download. And so I just put in the URL there, and once they submit, the page will open up whatever URL I have placed here. All right. Now, again, if you want to outline your terms, your rules, what you're going to do with their email address when they enter, this is where you would do that. You can customize any of those options. And you know, if you're doing what I did using the sweepstakes app here, and the reason again that I did that was because it offered me the checkbox for the email newsletter sign up, and because I wanted to have the redirect specifically on the submit, the thank you part, go to a specific URL that I set. So, you know, again, if I know what that URL is, you know, I could set that URL and place that in there, and that's where it would open to after their submission. So let's keep going. Terms. Oh, I said if I don't want to show, if there are no rules, I can uncheck that, so it's not going to display the rules link, which is what I did. I can give my privacy policy there as well. And the last thing with this is, you know, how long do I want this to run? So, you know, I want to make sure I keep this tab out there for a good length of time. Let's set it to November 30th for that time period. And final thing is what do I want it to look like. Okay, so by default, it's the text is gray, the links are blue, and the background is transparent. But I know I've got this purplish blue background here, so I'm probably going to want a lighter font. So I'm going to change my font to a white, and I'm going to put that in transparent so that it would appear. I might need to make my link a little lighter colored so it's visible. Making some selections. All right, and here's my form. Looks like I did not set. Oh, I do want it to be transparent background. I took that off. I want it to be transparent background so that I can see my form here. And there it is. So that's my form. All right, and I can simply save that as a tab, and we're well on our way to having created our ebook download capture form. I'm getting a success message that says your tab has been saved. Now I want to stop here and point out to you a couple tools that we offer to promote your tab, because again, where did I say people spend time? They spend it in the news feed. All right, so we want to make sure probably that we're going to need to be posting about that. So whenever I save, I get this promotional tools box that gives me a success message that I saved it. But here's where I get my smart URL. Okay, so I can just click on this, and it generates the mobile smart URL. And I say mobile because this is what the mobile users need. All right, you can direct them to your Facebook tab, but a mobile user can't access that. That's the way Facebook has it set up now. So we have this tool in place so that we can overcome that. So we say use this URL. So we give you a URL that you want to use in all your marketing, all your posting, whether that's on Facebook, on Twitter, and email marketing, that type of thing, because whatever device a user is on, when they click on that link, they can then access your tab, no problem, no questions asked, okay? All right, so that's what we did in creating that, and we could go ahead, and if we wanted to publish that, we would use the save and publish feature. I'm not going to go through those pieces at the one point just because I had already created this one, and this is the one that I had published, and I'm just going to reload that so you can see the form once again. We just submitted it when we first started this, but there was my form. That was my lead capture form. Now, what I would do with that is kind of what I talked about with my webinar post is I'm going to get that out in the news feed. I'm going to, this is my mid-funnel content because I'm offering something, an incentive. In this case, it's a free ebook so that users can get this free ebook and join our mailing list. And that's what the goal there was to accomplish. All right, so I'm going to switch back to my slides. And I want to switch gears a little bit more now, again, to another mid-funnel content item to help you capture leads. This is what we're doing in the mid-funnel, and that is a contest. Why would I want to use a contest? Because a contest can help me grow my Facebook likes, because I can put a like gate on the contest. It can help me grow my shares, my interaction, because people who enter want to get others voting, okay? They want to get votes for their entry, and so they're motivated to help share their entry about the contest to get their friends, connections to come back and vote for them, all of which is helping you have an initial contact with the friend of an entrant. You've just expanded your audience. And if you have a like gate on that to come in and vote, they have liked the page first to vote, you now have an opportunity to connect with them in that 80-20 principle of content in the newsfeed. All right, and a contest also gives you leads via those who are entering, those who are submitting to participate. This is what Facebook engagement is all about. You hear that word engagement being tossed around, and it is getting people to like, to share, to comment, to interact with your Facebook page and with your posts and with your tabs, and one of the ways you can do that is with a contest. Now, just flipping over to a actual contest here, and this is a children's picture contest. You're supposed to submit a picture of your child, and you know, again, why is this helpful? Because a contest can help create buzz. Okay, viral sharing, as I mentioned, by friends wanting to have someone vote for their entry, so they share it with their friends. And it does offer the lead capture. So on the left is what the public side looks like. We're looking at the vote tab now. We're seeing 3 entries there. And on the right is the way someone would have entered. You know, and again, the person setting up this contest outlined the fields that they wanted there. So I want to dive back into the manager area now and just show you. This is going to allow us to dig back in. While I'm here, let me show you in a drag and build tab. If you did, I could even lightgate this so that in order to get the ebook and in order to join my mailing list, they would have to like my page first. If I want to do that, and why would I want to do that? You know, maybe I'm running a Facebook ad to a target audience that meets my demographic, and so these are people who have not liked my page. That was what my ad was targeted to, so that when they come to the tab, I can have a lightgate there, and with the drag and build tab, you simply come over here to the My Subpages. In the drop down, there's the term called a lightgate. It's going to ask me if I want to save the page I was working on. I say yes, and when I save it, up comes the work area that is titled Lightgate. Okay, so all I have to do is build my Lightgate, what I want it to have in there, and an image, that type of thing, and save that, and that can be active. Let's see, I will save it here. I can always view all that I've created in my subpages drop down by going to Open View Pages, and here I see there's my ebook. I haven't published it yet. If I wanted to, I just turn it on, and here's my Lightgate that I created and saved, and that's not on as well. If I want to, I can just turn it on right there. Okay, so that's as easy as it was, but let's dive back into a contest, and I have one set up here. So if I wanted to create a new contest, I would go through that Add Tab process, but I already showed you that once, so I'm not going to take the time to do that again. And I selected Engagement Apps, and I think I have that process up here again. Yeah, okay. So this is tabsite.com/help, and I'm on the Getting Started page. And so again, just for summary, when you add a new tab, the first thing you get is the selection to name your tab, and then following that, you get the selection of the 111 by 74, and then the tab that I outlined where you get to select, do I want a engagement app or do I want to drag and build? So in the contest case here, I selected engagement apps and selected the contest engagement app, and that brought me here. Okay, so then I'm basically going through and completing the details. So the first option I have is to add a header image, which is the width of the tab and 75 pixels high. Let's see, so she was using, this fan page was using a header image. That's what this is, a precious moment picture contest. Naming it, where do they want email submissions sent to? Again, at the gold level, your submission information is emailed to you. At the platinum level, it can be emailed to you. It is also remains there and it can be exported. And we'll show you the export manager. My next item is to select what kind of contest do I want to run, photo, video, or essay. In this case, you know, we were going with photos, so that was already pre-selected. So I can move on. That's just going to take me down. This is my list of the options I'm going to go through in this left gray area. Voting frequency. Daily, once per contest or stage, or choose how many votes. I'm going to recommend daily because you don't want somebody to sit there and vote immediately. And once per contest, that means they're only coming there once, and once they've voted, they're done. But if you have them vote once per day, which is a 24-hour time period, so whenever they vote, if it's 10 a.m., then they can come back 24 hours and 1 minute later, so 10:01 the next day after that, anytime, and vote again. So it's a 24-hour time period from their last vote, because that gets them to come back. All right, so there's a number of options there. So if I keep going, I can choose my layout. What do I want that to appear? These are the entries that appeared. And again, going back to that live contest, she's got the 3 wide there, which was the default. I could have went 4, different things like that. I can set a vote instruction image, so giving voters information on what they need to do, what they can win. That's where I'm setting that area up. Then I have a number of display options. Do I want the vote button on the thumbnail on the large view? Let me just show you the large view. Okay, so if we were clicking through on this entry, I click on the image. It's going to take me to a large view, so I can see a little bit more details of that one and go through those pieces there. Again, maybe you are in Spain and you need to have it in Spanish. You can change your vote button text from English to Spanish by typing it in there. You can change your colors of your vote button, and the thumbnail background can be changed there as well to help you customize your color scheme to your liking. So there's a number of options and details that you can work through there. How do you want to display the entries? By entered, by most votes, by random, and then social sharing options. This pertains to the actual entry. Okay, so what options do you want to give someone who's viewing a particular entry available in terms of sharing? And so we give you a number of social networks that you can select there, and then we have a friend share, which enables just a person to share it with a specific friend, and go through the details there. You can fill the title and description out to help brand your contest a little bit more. You're going through the dates, start and end date. Then you're going through what do I want to display something ahead of time. And again, I'm recommending that with a contest that you want to build some buzz up ahead of time that people know it's coming. So go through that piece. And then this is where you would set up your entry form. All right, so in this case, I'd already set up a name, an email address. I had a photo story area there, and then the company name. Those are the items I was asking for. I can, at the platinum level, I can say a checkbox to not have the entries go live until I approve them, and that way then I'm alerted there's entries in here. I can come manage them and select to approve or disapprove each, and there's some details on that option. And keep going. I have a thank you message. What happens when they have entered the contest, and I also can show what I want to display when the contest is over. Do I want the winner to be immediately shown? Do I want to have a message as well there? Do I want to have a link to the rest of the entries? So I have a number of selections to customize that. Then you go through the details, your contest rules, your privacy. We give you the default that says it's not associated with Facebook. We try to make that easy for you, going through those pieces. And then there's social media, and this is an area, again, you're helping to customize what is shared. So if someone comes in and looks at an entry, wants to vote on that entry, and then wants to share that entry on Twitter, you're helping to customize that text because you can populate the tweet text that is by default displayed for them, and that's a great thing to do. We're going to include the link automatically, but all you need to do is put in something about your brand or put in your Twitter handle, again, so that you're tagged and identified with that. So you're filling out these items. This is also language customization in case you need to tweak that or adjust it to a different language. And for the entry form, again, customizing the language. We have a live contest, and then we have the preview area where you can see the pre-contest, because we had checked the countdown timer, the live contest, what we were going to have up, the post-contest, we were going to show the winner with a link to all submitted entries, and the thank you, that text that we had. So we can close the preview, and if we were at that platinum level, we have the opportunity to manage entries. So an entry is going to come in here, and I can choose to remove approval. I'd already approved these, or I can even delete the entry if I need to, if it's not meeting the requirements that I set forth in the contest. Now, down at the bottom then is your overall tab social sharing options. All right, so again, going back to this one, let's go back to the vote tab, and so these are that she has a like, a tweet, a share, and a pin it button there, which is what we're defining here. And we get to define if it's +1, this is pulls in the title and the description and a image that we set here and the tweet text that we would put in. So again, fill these out, brand yours in there. So you know, if we wanted to say vote and enter our contest, and with at tab site, you know, something like that. All right, going on further, this is where I add my like gate. So if I want to like gate this so that people have to like it in order to enter or to vote, I simply go here and I load an image that's, and we tell you 810 by 610 pixels, you're ready to go. There's some more style options. I have that promotional tools again at the bottom, and I save that. With advanced configuration, I can do some more language details, but I'm ready to publish. And you know, when I set up a contest, this is what I can experience. So this is here's the rules, the privacy, the most votes. There's some sorting mechanisms that, again, we set what the default is there. There's an enter contest tab, and we can launch that out. So the valuable nature of a contest, again, is that it's part of that top end of the funnel and moving some into the mid funnel. All right, so you know, the question was raised that does it attract the right types of fans? Well, a lot of that depends on what your contest focus is. If you're selling carpet and you're running a contest that is offering an iPad, that's not related, and you're probably going to get a lot of unrelated people wanting to enter to try to win. But if you're doing something that is connected, associated with your product or your service, then you can help that to identify and connect further with the contest. So it's up to you to develop the contest concept that's going to be relevant to your audience, that's going to help you get that mid-funnel, that fan who is a potential lead, a potential customer, to be attracted to you. All right, so I want to jump back in to my slides a little bit here and drill down on this topic a little bit further. I'll give you another example. This was a photographer who did a photo contest where the prize for the winning entry was a large canvas print of one of the photos. Okay, a large canvas print. So that's an example of a related, targeted, makes sense demographic. You know, a photographer running a photo contest and then having the award be a canvas of a print. It's perfect right there. So she had a light gate on it. She allowed people to vote one time per day. She ran it for about, I want to say it was 12, maybe 14 days, so tops 2 weeks. And during that time period, you know, she went from 800 fans to over 1,100. All right, so that was and you know, so one of the goals, her goal with the contest, was to expand her audience, to grow her fan base, and to get more awareness. And ultimately, that's what happened. She was able to book new business because people saw through these people entering using photos from some of her photo shoots that they were able to see some of her work, get connected to the opportunities that she offered. In this case, it was wedding photography, but they got to see her services by coming to the fan page to know that she did other types of family photography, that type of thing. I had the full case study results, if you want to read that, at bit.ly/FB photo case, and that is case sensitive, capital F, capital B, photo case. But that's an example of a targeted contest where she was able to reach some of that top of the funnel and target them in the mid funnel, and then come away with some specific leads while growing her Facebook fan base community. Gonna go back to this point again. Remember, the majority of users' time is spent in the newsfeed. So posting is vital. You can have the best tab in the world. If nobody knows about it, it's not doing any good whatsoever. So you need to drive people to the tab. Just like you try to drive people to your website, you need to try to drive people to the tab. And that's how you're going to help yourself capture that lead. Again, I went through that smart URL that we offer. Anytime you save a tab in the Tab Site Manager, there's going to be that option to generate a URL, which is the smart URL. Use that in all your posting. Just grabbed a sip of water there. All right, so post types in terms of capturing that attention. Taking a look at a post that I put up here, and this says, take 5 minutes to review your Facebook page. Use this 11-point checklist to ensure you are maximizing your Facebook page. Okay, and I used a picture there. Actually, it was a sample from a Starbucks that's a part of the article I was working on there. This is a post, but I put it on a tab of a 11-point Facebook checklist. So images work is what I'm saying, number one, when you're posting. People are seeing it in the news feed. You want to capture them there. So I'm recommending that you use images in your posts. Be social, and be helpful. So I was trying to offer something of value, something that's a resource there. If you want to dive into that a little bit more in detail, go to bit.ly/FB best practice. And again, that's case sensitive, as you see there on your screen. I will have that available in the slides and the notes afterwards as well. If we have a wonderful tab, we need to get people there. The way we get people there is to promote it, and I'm saying through posting, through your email marketing, through your tweets, through other means that you have opportunity to connect with people. All right, and going back to that, I was offering a 11-point checklist for your Facebook pages, because help works on Facebook, but being too salesy kills you. All right, being too salesy will turn people off. If you're just broadcasting things and saying, 30% off this today, come in today, last few people, you need to sign up today, you need to do this today. If you're saying come, sell, buy, you're going to turn people off, because it's a social network. They're on there to socialize. So be aware of that. Help scores, but salesy kills. Oops, skipped one there. All right. I want to dive back to my 80-20. Okay, so the selly sell, it has to be a part of that 20% again. So it's not the majority of what you're doing. You're trying to use that funnel model, okay? Because you're trying to reach. If you're only reaching 100 people, and you're trying to move them down a funnel, and you're going to convert 10% of them to ultimately to customers, what'd you get? 10. Okay, but if you can reach a broader audience, if you can get to that 1,000 level instead of 100, what have we just done to our potential leads if we kept up that same 10% conversion rate? Now we've got 100. All right, so we're talking about 80% useful to help be a resource to grow our audience, to grow our fan base. That 20% that's promotional in a social relevant way. All right, not selly sell, but as we saw with the Starbucks, pumpkin spice latte, those types of things, and offering the webinar or a contest can even fit in that realm, because it's not a hard sell, but it's a touch point to get them to connect, a promotion that ties them in as a lead that you can then nurture via email marketing, and where you can offer that final sell piece via the email marketing, or via some type of other promotion. So we're trying to drive them down the funnel. We're trying to use Facebook marketing to convert a larger audience where they're spending time to those who may be interested, and to move those who may be interested from fans to a lead, so that we can ultimately nurture them to have them potentially be a customer. Add value, be a resource. Bottom of the funnel then is where we're trying to, now we know them. They're a known entity. We have a name, we have an email address. So we're trying to provide specific pieces of content on tabs, content in the news feed, content that drives them to even to our blog, that answers questions, that builds trust, that shows how to do things, shows how to use your product, shows them some of the efficiencies that can be gained, what others have demonstrated, return on investment, what they can expect to see, what others have accomplished that are like them through using this product. And that's what we're trying to do in the bottom of the funnel type content. So we're thinking 3 different types of content: that general helpfulness, that mid-funnel content, which again is helpful and offers some specific things, and then this bottom of the funnel, which is narrowing it down to specific questions that they may have about your product that you can answer, that can offer them a confidence to make a purchase of what you have to offer. So here we are in summary before we get to the question and answer period. Building engagement is top of the funnel. Growing your fan base is top of the funnel, moving into the middle. Mid funnel is increasing leads, converting sales. And bottom is of the funnel is converting the sales. Again, as I said before, and you'll see in that Jay Baer's book, Utility, it's tough to be amazing all the time, but being helpful is an opportunity that we all can offer. All right? So our key point number 1 was you got to swim with the fish on Facebook. You got to capture the attention. You got to be social. You got to be helpful. Top of the funnel. Melanie Duncan does a great job. Mid-funnel, capture the leads on a tab. You have to drive them there. The ways to do that is to incentivize, offer something of value, keep that simple, keep the tab simple. Okay, there's not a lot of fluff in this tab. Capture the email address. That's one of the benefits that we can offer. And again, since the majority of time is spent in the newsfeed, posting to drive fans to the tab is critical. I can't say that enough. You can have the best tab out there. Nobody knows about it. It's not doing you any good. You have to be able to communicate and drive people to that tab. Benefits of Facebook. I'm preaching to the choir here, but you can increase your exposure, your reach, traffic to your website, grow your email marketing list, and grow your leads. All right, so those are some of the capabilities that we can offer, and as I showed you today, you can do that with a contest. You can do that with a lead capture form, and I showed you how to do that with the sweepstakes app. So I want to get to your questions here, and I want to announce the winner of a free Platinum Plan tab site, and I also do have that special offer that I want to get to. But first, you can help me out by going to facebook.com/tabsite. So I'm just going to go do that right now. And I'm going to make a post, and you can comment on this post. I want your input. Post 1 takeaway of value that you got today from the webinar. All right. There it is. It's posted. So you can go over there to facebook.com/tabsite and give me some input on that. I'd really appreciate that. Let me drive back here over to special offer. I want to thank you for sticking with me. What I'm going to do is for the next 48 hours, I have a special code available. It's in the orange there. It's called Get Tabsite. And if you use that code when you check out or when you upgrade a plan, you're going to get 30% off any monthly plan or 50% off a yearly plan. 50% off, okay? So that's going to be available through, this is Thursday afternoon. I'm going to keep that open through the end of the day, Saturday. So it's a little bit just over 48 hours. So the rest of the day, Thursday, all Friday, all of Saturday. That's going to be available, and you can enter the code GetTabSite. That is not case sensitive. It's just in the orange there, and that's going to be available to you. Now, I also want to offer someone who's stuck with us the free for life TabSite Platinum Plan. And I'm going through my list here. That winner that I've randomly chosen is Bev Hayden. Bev Hayden. Looks like the Facebook page or company is Social Business, and it looks like Bev is in Australia. All right. Glad to have you from the other side there. So Bev, I will be reaching out to you in the next 24 hours via email and getting you set up with that. Let me dive back into the questions here. Got through my pumpkin spice latte answers there. How do you know if you're using a smart URL? Okay, so I mean with tab site, as I mentioned there, those URLs are going to be generated at that save menu. So let me, I can get back to that slide here. There it was. Okay. So when you use the save menu, I can actually show you that live here in the manager. So anytime I hit save, I get this success message, and it was that get smart URL. So I click that. It's going to give me a URL. That is the URL that I want to use. I mean, you can put a bit.ly on that, whatever you want to do, but that is the URL that you want to use for your mobile friendly. Was the GoToMeeting webinar registration also mobile friendly? Yes, that one that I posted, because I posted the tab, and I have that back here. So this was my Facebook webinar sign up, and so I used, again, I was on that tab and I hit the save function and grabbed that smart URL. Okay, so I used the website resizer for the webinar sign up page in my tab. All right, let me just show you, since there was a couple questions on that one. Facebook. I want to rename it. I want to go to it there. Okay, so I'm on the website resizer. All right, this is the website resizer app, and so basically all I need to do was to add a URL in here, and then I can size the content as I wish on that piece, and save and publish, so I can bring in any website URL. That's how that works. It's a wonderful thing. You can even sell on Facebook by doing that, and use your lead captures that you already have on your website and bring them into Facebook. The question is there such a thing as a share gate? I mean, we offer a friend share deal reveal app, and so with the friend share deal reveal app, the user must share it with a friend. There's a friend share mechanism that they must use before they get the access to the coupon or deal offer. So that's the possibility that we offer there. That fits within, because we all take care of that on a tab using Facebook's options there. So we offer a friend share deal reveal where they can either go to a page that they can print, or go to a download link where they can download your coupon from there after they have shared it. All right, digging in some more questions here. What's the option to? Do a tab site app. What's the assign to option? Okay, I think you were referring to this assign to, and that's a Hootsuite integration. Because I use Hootsuite to manage some of my pieces there, and I can assign somebody to comment on a post, so that's just an unrelated feature there. Is the discount good for those of us who are already on the Platinum plan? So you're already on the Platinum plan, so I don't offer a upgrade on that. So what could I do for someone like that? If you have the Platinum monthly and you move to the platinum yearly, yes, it would count for that. All right, so you would get the 50% off by moving that way, so that could be a good option for you. There's a question, how do I make changes to TabSite on my iPad? Okay, I can't seem to find. All right, so number one, if you're on your iPad, you can't be using the Facebook app, okay? So the Facebook app is what Facebook's going to try to get you to use on an iPad. You can make changes. I downloaded Chrome on my iPad, and I prefer to use that. So you have to use a browser such as Chrome. Safari, there is some capability, but Safari is geared towards mobile that way. So I'd recommend for your iPad that you use download the Chrome extension, and you can make a number of changes there. It is not completely iPad probably compatible at this point in time. Those are some things we're looking at for the future here. Did you post the URL to the application? No, I don't need to do that because, okay, so let me go and answer that question. So if I come over here to and click on this TabSite Resizer app, and you're looking at my screen, there's a URL up here. That's what Facebook gives you. So this is www.facebook.com/tabsite/app. Okay, and that URL only works for desktop users. That's just the way Facebook's done it. So if you post that and a mobile user tries to click on that link, they're going to get a page not found thing. It's not helpful. And so that's why we recommend that you don't even need to mess with your tab URL because if you use our smart URL, we take care of 100% of the use cases there. Desktop, tablet, mobile. All right. Okay, there was a question about linking a photo album to a new tab. Okay, so the website resizer, Facebook will not allow you to use a Facebook URL in the website resizer, so that they did not allow you to reuse that. So if you have that same album of recipes on your website, then I would recommend using that web page. Or if you don't, then the other solution would be to use our engagement app, such as the gallery app, where you do create a tab and load those images to that gallery to display those. And that can work well just because it gives you the option to have the images that people can scroll through. It can actually auto scroll, but you can also have a URL description in there so that if it links out to somewhere where they need to buy stuff, they can do that. Okay, emails that are submitted. All right, that's one thing I didn't cover. Let's just jump back into my manager. So all of our apps, just to try to cover as many bases as possible, with our contest and with our sweepstakes, we're not trying to integrate with specific services on those. We're just storing that and allowing you to export it. We give you that database of information, and that's just because we were trying to meet the broadest range of needs at this point in time, just knowing that there is Constant Contact, there is MailChimp, there is Vertical Response, there is Salesforce.com, that with all these different pieces, that we wanted to make it possible for all those people right away to be able to access this information. And so to do that, we have what's called an Export Manager. So anytime you create a sweepstakes or a contest, you get this tab on the left. And when you go in that, you can see the different ones that you've created. And that's why we named it when I named my ebook one. Okay, so I go in here and there's details on that one. And I have a export to CSV option there. And so that's going to export all the options. With the sweepstakes, you know, I have some pick winner, manage entries, those types of options as well. Do you have apps for other social platforms, like showing Pinterest boards in the Facebook app? Absolutely, yes, yes, yes. The answer is yes. Let's see, let's go to engagement apps. And So we have, okay, these are the friend share deal downloads. We have a brand video maker where you can create simple videos to publish for your Facebook page. But going down further, we have a pin deal app, which is a deal that integrates with Pinterest pinning. But you can also, here's a Pinterest app to have a tab of pins, so you can have just your general Pinterest account, or you can have a specific board. We have a Twitter one to pull in your tweets. We have a Instagram to pull in an Instagram hashtag. We also do have the Instagram contest. So there's a number of options there for other social networks to pull them in. And again, that's great in that 80% general social content, because you're saying, hey, you know, we've got some boards here on Pinterest. Take a look at these new pins we've put up. You can publish that on Facebook as part of your general content, drawing more fans in, getting them to comment on that, and linking that to a Pinterest tab. Tutorials. We have a number of tutorials. We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Facebook tab site, and as well, I pointed out, I think all of them have the videos within them at tabsite.com/help. There is a section where it is just video demos, and you can go through those pieces here. So this has a number of items there as well, but for instance, let's say I want it to the contest engagement app. I can go to engagement apps, go to the contest one, and there is a video that kind of walks you through that entire process of setting up, deploying a contest. Anything free for small businesses. We have a 14-day free trial of any plan, and we also have a free basic plan that we offer so that you can have some details there. So if I go to tabsite.com/compare, this goes through the different features there. So at the free level, that's totally free 100% of the time. I mean, you can create an email sign-up tab. I think we have some integrations for Constant Contact, MailChimp, Delivera right off the bat at the free level that are possible. You can create a tab with an image, and create a tab that has an image and the friend share tool as well. So, you know, those are some possibilities. You can also create the drag and build ones, which, you know, gives some information. You can have a number of products listed and linked off to the specific purchase page on your website where those are available. You can have a Google Map tab for a restaurant. So for instance, can a restaurant do this for free? Absolutely. So a restaurant can come in here, use TabSite at the free plan. All right, so you're going to get two tabs. So they can put their menu up there. They can put a Google Map up of their location, and you know, so for starters, right there, and if they wanted to use the drag and build tabs, they can even create, you know, two subpages of one tab and have one be the Google Map and have another one be, you know, sign up for, you know, our new specials when they come out, that type of thing. That's what we're talking about. People are spending time on Facebook, so you can connect with them there, and you connect with them by posting appropriately, saying, hey, we've got some new menu items, you know, take a look at these pictures. And you got a picture of, you know, your best new menu item, and you have that's in the news feed, and you have that link with the smart URL to your tab where they can see the rest of your menu. Okay, and on that menu, maybe that's where you have your email sign up. And again, to get that email sign up, I'm recommending you take that extra step and use something like I did with the sweepstakes app, because that offers that little incentive. You know, I've seen it done where there was a free dessert, you know, coupon kind of thing. That gets people motivated to sign up. Let me flip back to my slides. A little over my time here, so I want to wrap up, but I want to make sure I'm covering your questions. I am fine to stick around. Just want to be respectful of anyone else that needs to take off. And okay, so we went through, again, my code that I want you to use is 30% off monthly plans, 50% off yearly plans using Get TabSite at checkout. I'm going to have the video emailed out to everyone who registered. The slides are available at tabsite.com /t/TV, all lowercase, case sensitive. All right, so you can find these slides. I'm on SlideShare as well. That you can look that up. But there's your slides. The video is going to be coming. Bev Hayden from Australia, I'll be in touch with you. Glad to make that connection. And that's it for those who need to take off. If you want to stick around because I didn't answer your question, I'm going to scan through these again and see if I've got them. I have no questions at the moment. Thanks a lot for the effort. All right, thank you. Free for small businesses. Veronica, hey, how you doing? Good to have you here with me today. Thanks for sticking around in your early evening hours there. Is it possible to put a URL behind a tab? I want to use a tab on your Facebook page that links to another Facebook page. Okay, so that's a questionable one just because some of our competition is using a tool that when you click on that tab icon, it redirects automatically to somewhere else without going to the tab itself. Technically, as we read Facebook's terms of service, that is in violation of that, so we have not opted to implement that. There's only one competitor that does that. But what you could do to redirect is, you can drive them from the post to that other Facebook page, or from the post to a tab where you have information, a image or text link that they click on that goes to that tab. So there might be 2 clicks involved there, but that's how you can direct people to others. Yes, Julia, we offer an affiliate program. If you go to tabsite.com, and up in the top menu, there's going to be a link called Partners. Okay, so if you go there, you can find out 20% recurring commission for all partners who sign up. Veronica, Cyprus, yeah, sorry about that. Cyprus, I've been to Malta, not Cyprus, though. That would be a place that I would like to get to. So if you ever have a social media conference and need a speaker, you can reach out to me, all right? So Julia, back here on Tabsite, up in the top, is in the menu is the partner program, and if you go to that partner program link, we have information on the 20% recurring commission. That's a good way to start for those who want to go a little larger, have multiple clients ready to go. That we do have a agency program, and it's called the Enterprise program. So you go to tabsite.com/enterprise, and you can learn about that. But to start off with, a good way to start can be the partner program. We can host an entire website behind a tab in Facebook. Yeah, absolutely, with the website resizer. Okay, and that's what I was demoing on this tab. So if I go back to this, I'm using the website resizer, and this is a RV parts store. So if you're have a caravan, your RV, you're camping, and you need parts for that, this is the entire website. So I can go in here and search the website, and yes, I need some WD-40. I can go to that. They're using website resizer to host their homepage, bringing it in, and it's all there, and people can go through the entire checkout process that way. All right, folks, I think with that, I'm going to wrap it up. If you do have further questions, go to facebook.com/tabsite, and feel free to post that question there on our Facebook page, or we have the message option available there as well. So if you want to message us, you can do that, and I will make sure and get back to you. Thanks for being with me. Have a great rest of your day.